10 days ago, Atlanta United 2 with goals from Mackie Jope and David Mejia knocked off Philadelphia Union 2 and brought full points home from the road. What happens tonight in Kennesaw? It's the USL Championship on ESPN Plus next. Time for a little action at the Fraction. From Kennesaw, Georgia, it is the USL Championship on ESPN Plus. It is Group H action. Atlanta United 2 and the Miami FC teams 3 and 4. Currently, it is 2-7-3, hosting 1-5-3 here from Fifth Third Bank Stadium. Alongside Jessica Charman, I am John Nelson. Thanks for accessing us however you are doing so tonight, Jess. And Jess, it is the final homestand of the regular season for the Stripes.
Yeah, John, it is. And what a matchup we have here today. It's a game that has produced 11 goals in the last 2 matchups. I'm hoping for an exciting one tonight. I'm sure you are too. But defenses of both teams probably not thinking so.
All right, let's take a peek at what happened last time out, and we will go backwards in time to August 19th at Ricardo Silva Stadium when these two teams squared off. And early on, it was Atlanta United 2, Jack Gurr with a rocket in the 18th, and then Mackie Jope would get the penalty to make it 2-0, but then Miami FC, after this penalty there, that's a cheeky goal right there from Mackie Jope. The rest of it was Romario Williams scoring in the 24th and then at 45+1 to get you a 2-2 result there, shared result. But the guy we want to focus on tonight, Jess, has been the hot hand of late for Miami FC.
Yeah, absolutely. Miguel Gonzalez has been an unsung hero of sorts. You hear so much about Romario Williams, but 2 goals in the last 3 games. He scored the last 2 goals that Miami have scored. This one, a little right place, right time, kind of deflected off him, and then a beautiful finish from distance. Both goals against Charleston. And Atlanta United will be hoping that they can silence him tonight.
On the flip side, for the Stripes, when we focus on what we're thinking about for Atlanta United 2, obviously, you talk about no Mackie, no party, but there's been a lot of partying recently.
Yeah, what a party. And again, we see that cheeky little dink there. Jope with 6 goals, a team leading 6 goals, 3 goals in the last 4 from him. And what I love about Jope is at 25 years old, he's a leader for this team, and he leads from the front with experience. And again, goals after goal, fantastic finish, all sorts of character from him out there, and hopefully we'll see more of that.
Let's see what happens with Lucky 7 tonight. When we come back, we'll give you lineups, coaches, and get you ready for the first 45 minutes. It is Group H action with Atlanta United 2 and the Miami FC. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. Let's get you ready for the first 45 minutes here with Atlanta United 2 hosting the Miami FC. And we'll start with our lineups for the away side, just for the Miami FC. Here's the starting 11 for them. What do you think is going to happen with this group tonight?
It's a 4-3-3 like we expected, but a few changes in personnel from last time out against Charleston. I'm excited to see Harrison Heath in the middle. He's great at set pieces and will lead in that center mid position.
And then the flip side for Atlanta United, too. A lot of familiar faces that we've gotten to see grow here in the 2020 season. When you look at this starting 11, what do you see for Tony Annan?
Again, another 4-3-3. I'm excited to see Jackson Conway back, his first start since July the 29th. And again, Ben Lundgaard back in net. He's going to lead from the back and hope to keep his first clean sheet since 2019.
That is your starting lineups for Atlanta United 2 and for the Miami FC. We're getting ready for the first 45 minutes here. Important action in Group H as the season winds down. It's the beginning of a 3-game homestand for Atlanta United 2. It is tonight, it is Wednesday, and then it is Wednesday the 23rd, as it is the Miami FC, Tampa Bay, and Red Bulls 2. Those are your final 3 home matches of the regular season. Your referees tonight, Mohamed Hassan will be the man in the middle. Your ARs, Walt Heatherly and Joshua Belkin. Your 4th official is Amin Hadzic, and we are underway here from the Fraction. The Miami FC, they're in their road blues. They're going to be going from left to right as you're watching here in the first 45, and the stripes will be going from right to left. As we told you in the open, it was a lot of action early on when these two teams met a couple of weeks ago at Ricardo Silva. Let's see if we get that tonight. We had some showers here in Kennesaw about 5 o'clock this afternoon, so no sprinklers, Jess, were needed to get everything squared away for the pitch.
No, absolutely not. They'll be glad there was no extra rain added because very slippy conditions out there. I expect the ball to be moving very fast, so look out for those first touches. They're going to need to make sure they're extra controlled.
Mo Jadama finds Will Riley center circle. And a foul is called on Bezecourt as Riley tried to work his way through as we turn the first minute and head toward minute number 2.
Nice little spin there in the middle by Riley. Just caught late, and he'll distribute early.
Jadama and Gurr. Really been impressed with Jack Gurr this year, the Georgia Gwinnett product.
Yeah, I've talked a lot about him and how it shows that Division I isn't the only pathway when it comes to college soccer, John.
NJ tries to get Mackie Jope going, and coming out early was Mark Pace to make sure that there was no early goal for Atlanta United too.
And Pace used every little bit of that extra water on the turf there to slide to perfection.
Hashtag GK Union. Jess, your keys to the game, what do you see? Although we do see some things in common for these sides.
Yeah, both teams, they won't be proud of this stat, but 2 of the worst defensive records, so they really need to tighten up the ship back there. And I want to see Atlanta United 2 use their momentum from their 2-1 victory midweek. On the flip side, Miami FC have to be more clinical. They've created a lot of chances, but they're just not finishing in front of net.
Let's see what happens here with Atlanta United 2 and their first set piece. NJ and Gurr with a discussion. Mackie Jope, Jadama here at the top of the box. Grounder, that was definitely stuff off the training ground. Nicely done by Atlanta United 2, but deflected and touched last by NJ. It's going to go goal kick.
But you love to see stuff like that, John. Stuff that you know they've worked on. You saw the frustration in their reaction, that it just didn't quite go to plan. But expect to see more well-trained set plays by the twos.
Nielsen with the intercept, tries to flick it forward. Sent all the way down. Mo Jadama there to intercept that idea by the Miami FC, and you see the rooster tails there as it goes back to Ben Lundgaard.
But I love the composure by Jadama over there. He turned around, saw his goalkeeper, trusted that back pass.
Back and forth with Jadama and Matthew Edwards. Big switch as he was looking for Philip Goodrum over Goodrum's head initially, but Goodrum backtracks nicely to get possession for Atlanta United 2. Jack Gurr will get it back to Lundgaard, who has to try to figure out what to do with it very, very quickly. Pressure by Romario Williams, and Lundgaard just has to get rid of it.
Oof, and Lundgaard a little bit shaky there. His first touches on the ball. He'll be glad that he kicked that one into row Z, but it was good, quick pressure by Miami FC to put him under and force him to make a decision.
Saying last touch by the Miami FC. Paul Dalglish is wondering why it's a throw for the Stripes.
Me too, John.
As we're here in minute number 4, it's going to stick that way. Jack Gurr with the throw. Foul there on Brenton Griffiths, 23 in blue for the Miami FC as he climbs the back of Mackie Jope early on.
Looks like it might be a throw-in for Miami FC, though. It looked like Gurr's long ball over the top slipped out of bounds before the foul was given.
Nielsen loses the joust, but it gets back to Matthew Edwards and to Will Riley. Turned over. The Miami FC with an early chance here. Romario tries to go with the right and defended nicely, punched away by Ben Lundgaard. First big chance for the Miami FC halfway through minute 5.
And it's a good break from the Miami FC. We'll see the through ball to Romario. Romario on a tight angle, and Lundgaard just slipped off his gloves there, but if it doesn't go in, you've made a save.
One goalkeeper looking out for the other. I know how this night's going to go.
Hey, I'll be critical if it happens, and we'll see an in-swinging corner here.
Bezecourt will take for the Miami FC. Has a little help from Miguel Gonzalez close by.
Looks like a little bit of argy-bargy going on in the 6-yard box. Referee putting an early stop to that.
Atlanta United 2 fans may remember Mohamed Hassan. He called the match in Birmingham against Birmingham Legion earlier this year. Far post, Lundgaard gets it easy.
Clean hands there by Lundgaard. Was looking to distribute early, but opted otherwise, holds on and rolls it out to Gurr.
A lot of space for Jack Gurr. He'll go big switch looking for Jackson Conway.
Great vision, that one from Gurr. Conway unable to take it down, but I love the idea to look up and play that big switch.
Off the right boot and into the stand, so it'll be a throw off of the boot of Jalen Markey, so it'll go back to Atlanta United 2. NJ fighting Harrison Heath there, Romario, and they're going to call a foul.
We can hear the distress from up here, John. It doesn't sound good. Like to see that one again. It looked like he might have been caught a little bit late. The Miami FC sideline vocal about their dislike for what happened here to leave their player on the floor.
Jalen Markey is the player down, and here's take another peek.
As we look at Jope just swinging through there, loses possession, and it is a little bit late there, just from behind. Don't think it warranted any more than the free kick that's been given, though.
Griffiths works it forward to Gonzalez. Endom and Markey. Markey tried to get it to Marco Franco. No avail. Matthew Edwards will throw for Atlanta United 2.
Miami FC just forcing it a little bit out the back there, turning over possession too easily to the twos out here.
Nielsen goes back to Lundgaard. Romario Williams chasing. Johnny Fortune with a lot of room. Edwards will go big switch, trying to get it to Mo Jadama. Jadama tracks it down nicely.
Bit of a skills check out there with that back pass, but Jadama with a nice chest control.
Riley and Nielsen. Bezecourt was chasing Nielsen, so it goes back to Lundgaard for the reset.
And I do like the patience, though, from the twos. Just trusting their goalkeeper, laying it back and trying not to force things.
I'm going to call a foul on Mackie Jope there. Once again, jousting with Markey.
Markey finding the floor more than once during these opening 7 minutes.
Let's take another look here at what happened.
Long ball over the top from Lundgaard. Challenging. And I just think he gets underneath him from behind, and that one always goes in favor of the defender.
Endom looking for a partner, finally finds one in Harrison Heath. They'll go back and forth. Center circle, Romario. Tomas Granito. Franco, can he get there first? Yes, he can, but nicely defended, knocked away by Mo Jadama. Even though Lundgaard had it tracked, it'll be another corner for Miami FC.
And I'd say that was a slight miscommunication out there by Jadama and Lundgaard. It looked like Lundgaard was going to be able to come scoop that one out clean, but Jadama, no risk taken, and instead it will be another corner kick for the Miami FC.
Just like last time, Gonzalez is there short.
Look at that crowding. Everyone in the 6-yard box right now causing all sorts of havoc for Ben Lundgaard.
And Muhammad Hassan directing a little traffic on his own. Now the corner, left foot in. A lot of traffic, top of the area. Gonzalez tries to settle it down. Fortune's there with him. It's inside the 6, knocked clear by Atlanta United 2.
Now Atlanta United 2 gets a little bit lucky there. There was a sliced clearance that could have really gone anywhere in the 6, but instead finds its way out for a Miami FC throw-in.
Luba, Gonzalez, and returned. Harrison Heath. Griffiths, Markey, and Dom. Jackson Conway was chasing, forced a little bit of an early release there. Harrison Heath again backtracking, and the cycle starts anew. Once again, it's now Markey.
Again, Miami FC with some great possession. We saw against Charleston a minute of possession before their equalizer in the 86th minute, and here again showing that they have some great possession skills in their locker.
Franco, Bezecourt, Granito behind, and it'll go to Atlanta United 2 as they was trying to reconnect with Franco halfway through minute 11.
Curse of the commentator there, that one not showing the best possession skills.
Pressure from Miami FC, and they say they touched it last, and that Atlanta United 2 touched it last, and they get the throw. Here's Bezecourt. Pressure from Miami FC, pressure from Atlanta United 2, and Bezecourt can't handle it, so it goes back the other way.
Bezecourt just took 1 or 2 too many touches there. He had the overlap option from Franco, but instead opted to take too much space, and instead a throw-in for the 2s.
Matthew Edwards will take. Looked like it slipped out of his hands, got enough length on it to get it to Conway. Second ball, 1, and settled by the Stripes.
Good work by Riley in the middle to come meet that one in the air.
NJ, Mojadama. He'll look to big switch. Mackie Jope. Markey got there first. There's NJ though. Riley and Edwards.
The 2's chance for possession right now, moving the ball nicely.
Jadama finds a little space, drives on Gonzalez. Gonzalez can't slow him down, playing advantage.
That was great work by Jadama there, earned himself a free kick. I love seeing that from your center back, an opportunity to drive forwards, and Miami FC just couldn't handle him. A little tug on the shirt, and we'll see it again. Jadama driving through, was caught late, and when his through ball didn't connect, the referee pulled it back. So a good little play by the referee there too.
So let's see what Jack Gurr has in mind here as we start minute 13. Goal is from Fifth Third Bank Stadium. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight here for the USL Championship on ESPN+. Jessica Charman, John Nelson. A lot of matchups at the top of the area. Gurr sends it in. Romario heads it. Not cleared. Straight up. They wanted a handball call on Nielsen. Looks like they're going to get it.
Yeah, Romario Williams showing that he's a forward there with that header. Popped it right up, caused himself some difficulty.
Jackson Conway creating a bit of difficulty for Miami FC as they tried to get out of their own defensive third. Franco does get it for the throw. He'll go back to Markey.
Another foul, and it's Markey down again there.
It's the third time that he has been on the turf here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium in the first 14 minutes.
But you know what, John? I like the work rate from the forward line of the 2's right now. Jope just getting in on him there. You'll see that he's closing down from behind. Does catch him a little bit late, but the work rate from Conway, Goodrum, and Jope has been second to none. And just letting Markey know that they have a presence up there, he's going to be thinking and overthinking every time he's in possession now.
And that's what you want. You want him overthinking, and to put that message in his head this early is a good sign. Chipped forward and returned to Griffiths. And Dom. Sends a big ball forward looking for Romario to settle, and he can't. Flag is up offside.
But dangerous signs from Miami FC that they have that ability to switch from defense to offense that quickly, and you're releasing a player of Romario Williams' caliber.
Jack Gurr with the big ball down looking for Goodrum. Goodrum in a nice battle there, but Miami FC comes out with it, and they'll try to send it forward again. But Jack Gurr is there to mop up for Gonzalez not being able to handle. They'll go back to Jadama and reset.
Again, great pressure from the twos. Goodrum pushing, and Gurr with the support from behind to clean up the leftovers.
Nielsen. Bezecourt chasing. They'll go back to Lundgaard. Fortune. Foul.
I'll say Fortune got a little lucky there, put his hand on the ball before the foul had been called. You've got Harrison Heath explaining that to the referee, and Fortune, I feel, was put into a little bit of pressure there by his goalkeeper. Backwards to goal. Lundgaard found him, tried to spin, and just so much pressure from the Miami FC front line.
Matthew Edwards. Nielsen took a peek over his right shoulder, seeing if Jadama was available, but tries to get it to Mackie Jope instead. Franco is there for Miami. Atlanta United 2 thought that it was out for a throw, didn't get the call, and it will end up going all the way back to Pace. Griffiths thought about a long ball, gives it back to Endom. He also thought about sending it long, gets to Franco instead. One touch. Granito was there. Mackie Jope is there. Bezecourt wins it. Franco sends it forward and out. It'll be an Atlanta United 2 throw.
Disappointing ball there by Franco. Romario Williams held his line nicely, was looking for a better chip ball, but instead this one out of play for the twos throw in.
Matthew Edwards, Conway, NJ, and they're going to call the foul as he went over the top on Harrison Heath.
I thought Heath could have been in trouble for a high foot there, but instead looks like it'll be a free kick or a throw-in, in fact, John.
Endom in the middle being chased. Big pressure there from Goodrum. Sent forward. Nicely won by Will Riley.
Love that spiraling run from Riley there.
Back to Nielsen. Halfway through minute 17, goalless. A lot of other action going on around the USL Championship in both East and West. We'll let you see what some of the scores are with the 7:30 kicks at halftime. Also let you know about the team of the week, player of the week, and some milestones that happened across the way, especially up in Charlotte. Nielsen calms things down a little bit with a back and forth with Riley. To Mo Jadama with room. Goodrum, Fortune. Oh, Fortune was looking for Jack Gurr. Picked off nicely by Jonas Luba.
Good work by Luva there. And he'll receive it back as Miami look to break.
Fortune trying to backtrack. Gonzalez a part of that equation. Calming things down nicely was Harrison Heath.
And we expected that from Heath. We talked about it early on, that he is that calming presence in the midfield.
With it now, NJ was pursuing him, but they'll go back to Hassan Endom. Luba will bring it down, but Jadama will get there first. Mackie Jope tried to release, but Endom got there. It's Granito.
Both teams just forcing that long ball a little bit too much right now. I'd like to see either team try and maintain possession on the ground a little bit more.
Heath. Gonzalez. Granito. Looked like he wanted to line up that right. You're going to get a foul there on Mackie Jope.
Jope, just a little bit too much hustle in that defensive play. It looked like the Miami player was going to stay on his feet, but after a couple of attempts, fell to the floor as we see it again. Just tries to reach one of those long legs and does catch the Miami FC player. And now free kick in a dangerous area. John, we talked about the presence of Harrison Heath from set plays. They'll need to keep an eye on him here.
Let's see. Looks like it's Granito who earned the foul. Looks like he's a part of the discussion. Gonzalez is a part of the discussion. A lot of folks at the top of the 18, three-man wall. Granito will take. And big save Lundgaard, but Romario Williams is there for the rebound and in 1-0. The Miami FC in the 20th minute.
And who else but Romario Williams to score against his own club. 7th goal of the season. We'll watch it again. It's a good free kick by Granito. Skims up. Lundgaard gets a big paw, but can only pass it right into the feet of Romario Williams. And a striker of his caliber, he had nowhere else to put it but straight down the middle. Atlanta United 2 defensive line just didn't react quick enough when Lundgaard was unable to hold on to it. They'll be disappointed to concede from that free kick, John.
Big goal there for the Miami FC to get on the board. 6th goal for the season for Romario in his 10th game. Get that goal early on the road. And it's an early lead for the visitors.
It's really important that the twos respond here with composure. They've done well for the first 20 minutes of the game. They'll be disappointed to have fallen behind. We know they've got goals into them, but as we mentioned before, we need to see them put together a few more passes instead of forcing it direct all too often.
Riley causes Granito to spill. Sent forward by NJ. Babacar looking into the middle. Mackie Jope called for the foul on Granito as he was trying to lunge for the ball.
And we'll see him pick up a yellow card here. Not surprised. That's probably the 4th foul that's been called against Jope. This is his 5th yellow card of the season. But again, you like to see this from your forward. You like to see them hustle. But now he's going to have to play smart. There's a lot of time left. And we'll watch the foul again. It's a poor pass from Atlanta United 2 that forces him to make that challenge. And it is late and from behind. And as I mentioned, Jope's going to have to be careful now with a lot of time still left in this soccer match.
Markey and Ndom back and forth to start play back again for Miami FC. Ndom saw an idea. Mackie Jope closed it down. Atlanta United 2 with it. Lundgaard and Jadama halfway through minute 22. Jack Gurr. Jadama. Nielsen had to close on that one to keep it from getting to Bezecourt, and it'll go back to Lundgaard there.
The twos just have to do that a little bit better. He shouldn't have to step to that pass. It needs to be crisper.
Fortune looking for Conway, and over the back was Ndom.
Ndom's going to be called on that one all day. 2 hands on the back of Conway, and now an opportunity for the twos to deliver one into the box. They'll play it short, though.
There's your up and over the top on Ndom.
You'll never get away with that one.
Sent over to the far side. It'll be a deep throw for Atlanta United 2. Jack Gurr will take. And as he grabs that particular kind of soccer ball, since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select's the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. Gurr into the area, skips through. Conway had a chance, couldn't get there first. Fortune! An absolute rocket from just outside the box, and we are tied at Johnny Fortune.
What a finish by AJ Fortune there. As the ball came to him, we were urging him to take a hit, and that's exactly what he did. I will say Miami FC, poor defensive play there. A slice clearance. We'll see a good delivery, but that miss hit there, just not good enough by Miami FC. But when it falls to Fortune, top bins, and we love to see goals like that.
Absolute force behind that, and there was no way that pace was going to grab that one. That one had too much pace for Mark, and we're tied at 1s.
Exciting match here, 23 minutes in, a goal apiece, and we could have predicted this, John, based on the 11 goals in the last 2 matchups between these two sides.
I believe that is an accurate statement, Jeff. So let's see now, with a lead that lasted about 4 minutes, what the Miami FC can do now in return.
And that's the issue with teams that have poor defensive records. It gets in their heads. They know that they're likely to concede. They know that it's difficult for them to hold out a win. And here we go again with Miami FC. Just that slice clearance, not good enough. But again, don't let that take anything away from the finish by Fortune.
Nielsen. All the way over. Jadama will track it down. Bezecourt. Goodrum worked forward looking for Gurr, who will close down, but Endom will get there and just clear it. So it'll be a throw in the attacking third for Atlanta United 2.
Slice to Rosie there, but just wanted to get rid of it.
Big switch picked off though, but second ball, Babacar NJ can't control it, sent out by Miami FC again for another throw.
Atlanta United to maintain possession here. They'll want to take some momentum from that goal.
Try to turn the wick up here with the pressure just a little bit more. You see him working a little faster. Ideas coming quicker. Fortune back to Jadama. He's got room. Jackson Conway trying to turn on Bezecourt and Griffiths. Back out to Gurr. Jadama and Gurr, and they'll try it again. Bezecourt in pursuit. Big cross in, looking for Mackie Jope, just wide.
He would have been offside, so it wouldn't have counted. I think Jope will be happy to see that flag go up, because looking at this delivery from Gurr, out swinging cross, puts it right on Jope's head and just got too much on it to see that one fly wide. Again, it wouldn't have counted, but he would have wanted to do better with the delivery from Gurr.
Endom sends it forward, looking for Romario Williams. Foul on Nielsen there. Miami FC will quickly restart. Franco cuts it back. Romario tried to settle and turn, and nicely done to defend was Babacar NJ.
Good work by NJ there. Did not allow Romario Williams a second to take that touch.
Looking for Mackie Jope over the other shoulder, and that's how it ended up with pace. Griffiths. Bezecourt. And Dom with the right at Will Riley. Jackson Conway, center circle. Tries to settle, gets it around Harrison Heath and Bezecourt, and Atlanta United 2 comes back with Jack Gurr.
Impressive hustle there by Conway in the middle. Did not give up and was able to distribute the ball to keep possession.
Bezecourt keeps it for Miami FC. Granito couldn't turn on NJ, so it goes back to Markey and Franco. Granito slips on the turf, couldn't hang on to it. Fortune now.
Fortune and Goodrum just not on the same page there. Fortune was looking for the long dink over the top. Goodrum wanted it into feet.
Goodrum chasing Endom. Conway chasing Markey. Edwards confronting Franco. Gonzalez. Harrison Heath.
Again, it's fantastic pressure by the twos to force Miami all the way back to their goalkeeper.
And remember, this is the first game in 10 days for Atlanta United 2. So they were in suburban Philadelphia taking on Philadelphia Union 2 back on the 2nd.
Hopefully that's the freshness that's showing. These players have a spark right now. They're able to close down. You've got players like Conway with her first start since July that are out there trying to prove a point.
First match of 3 in a week for Miami FC. Nicely done there by Nielsen, as Romario was the runner there and the intended target.
And with that workload, John, I'll expect to see a lot of subs early in that second half for Miami as they look to prepare for 3 games in a week.
And remember that Miami got a late start in their schedule. They were 3 weeks behind everybody else here in Group H. So they're playing their 15 matches in roughly 64 or 65 days on the whole.
I definitely don't envy any of those players.
Granito with the throw to Harrison Heath. Babakar NJ getting in the way there.
Good work again by NJ. Didn't allow Heath any opportunity to find that through ball he was looking for.
Franco disrupted by Gonzalez. Granito, can he track it down? Yes. Cross, deflected. Lundgaard handles it nicely.
And Lundgaard made that look easy. The deflection wouldn't have made it as easy as it looked for him, but a good scoop there by the goalkeeper.
Edwards pressured by Franco. Through Nielsen and back to Lundgaard. Jadama. Bezecourt confronting him. Goodrum trying to turn on Griffiths. And they finally call the foul on Griffiths as Goodrum had the position.
Goodrum has impressive strength for someone of his build. It's very deceiving. Had his back to the player, as we'll see again, and was able to use his body to spin. And the brick wall of the defender just wasn't enough for Goodrum as he still managed to break through.
Jadama looking for a partner, goes short to Riley, center circle. And Nielsen looking for Conway, trying to turn on Markey. And they call Conway for that.
Again, Markey picking up another foul. Must be the most fouled player on the pitch.
Jadama nicely done to keep that from getting to Romario. Fortune looking for Nielsen, but Edwards will help out as well. Heading toward minute 32. It was a very exciting 5-minute stretch. Romario Williams got a goal in the 20th. Then A.J. Fortune with a goal to draw even at 1. And that's where we are here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. Miami FC trying to calm things down a little bit. Heath back to Endom, chased by Conway. Intercepted.
Again, good pressure from the twos to force that interception as they break forward now.
Mackie Jope. Babakar Inja is with him. Heath just gets in the way, but Mackie Jope does not give up on that. Gets there before Griffiths. What can Atlanta United 2 do? Conway had Fortune close, gives to Gurr. Look for a cross. Poked in. Goodrum with a chance. Right foot. Rebound can't get out there, but they'll try it again just wide.
Looks like a corner kick has been given for the twos, and Mark Pace got a little bit lucky there, as we'll see this opportunity again. Again, it's Gurr feeding to Goodrum. Goodrum with a quick spin, caught Pace out, and he pushed that straight into Jope. And now we'll have a corner kick for the twos as they look to build on this pressure.
Creature Comforts corner kick for Atlanta United 2. Let's see what it looks like for the Stripes here as they line up. Where does the run come from the top of the area? Conway, top of the box. Goodrum there to help out short. Gurr will send it in. Back post. Nielsen heads it in. Settled, but Jope can't turn and fire. Cleared by Miami FC.
Yeah, they tried that long ball to the back post. Nielsen was looking to pop it back into the danger zone, but Jope unable to do anything with that ball.
That comes Atlanta United 2. Gurr. Jadama and Nielsen's got a little bit of room. Gonzalez cuts off one idea, so he has to go to Matthew Edwards. They're going to say that it was last touched by Atlanta United 2. Great pursuit by Will Riley to get the ball back.
That hustle from the midfielder has been impeccable.
Conway looking for a cutting Goodrum, didn't get there. Romario double teamed instantly by Fortune and Nielsen, but he gets out of it. Edwards is a part of that defense. Nice backtracking by Jack Gurr there to quell that rally.
Fantastic defensive recovery by Gurr. But Romario Williams beat two players with one touch and just showing his caliber of forward.
Riley disrupts Bezecourt a little bit.
And we get to admire Romario Williams again as he drives forward and looks to release his teammate there. But that recovery from Gurr, absolutely fantastic as he breaks through with a difficult challenge. And we will have a pause for a water break now.
Here in the 35th minute. As you're watching action tonight, don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today and get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Atlanta United 2. Then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Get reminders of the Stripes' next match. Go to ESPN.com now, click follow for your club, and you can also follow the Stripes and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, where you're watching us tonight. Home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and a whole lot more. Join nearly 8 million sports fans who've already discovered the Plus. Watch the USL Championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. As we're in the 35th, what have you seen so far?
Well, John, we've seen evidence of some great goals. As you look at that strike again, I do think Lundgaard, thinking back, will have wanted to do better. And who else but Romario Williams? And again, another set play from Atlanta United. The clearance not good enough by Miami FC, but Fortune's finish absolutely cracking. John, we foreshadowed it. 2 weak defenses, kind of displaying that there with 2 give-up goals. But again, fantastic finishing.
And you see Tony Annan here having discussions with Babacar NJ, just directing a little traffic here. What else have you seen out there? And we knew going in about the defenses, but what else have you been able to kind of glean from this first 35 minutes?
I think both teams are almost trying too hard, John. They have more time than they think on the ball sometimes, and they're not keeping possession. We see a lot of forcing the long ball over the top when that simple give-and-go pass is there. But on the flip side, a lot of the reason they're trying for that long ball over the top is because the pressure from both teams' forwards line is so resilient. They are pressing hard and they are pressing fast and causing all sorts of issues for those defenders when they have possession.
Throw in for Franco and Miami FC. Granito tries to chip it forward, picked off Will Riley. Tries to maintain possession, can't. Granito gets physical and gets the ball in possession. Romario Williams. Had Luba to his left, drops it for him, tries to go give and go. Miami FC calling for a handball, nothing there. No whistle, so it's going to come back the other way with Goodrum. Heath was there to defend, gets to NJ, and so Babacar NJ will bring it backwards a little bit to give him a little more room forward. Mackie Jope, flag stays down, but great closing speed. Hassan Endam there to get that ball back for Miami FC.
Impressive recovery run by Endam. It looked like Jope had broken free, but instead Endam had other ideas with that defensive play.
Griffiths. Goodrum closing down. Bezecourt looks to turn.
Nice spin by Bezecourt in the middle.
Great work to get the ball away, but gotten back just as quickly by Miami FC. Granito back to Harrison Heath. Franco. Edwards squared on him. Back to Markey. Endam looking for Luba. Gurr was there. Heath will find Yunus Luba. Gurr nicely done to defend.
Fantastic soccer IQ there by Gurr, and that's a ridiculous call. Gurr shielded the ball out of play, used his body well, and he's as shocked as I am with that call. He's arguing, why would I have shielded out a possession that I thought was going to be a corner? We'll see it again. Gurr uses his body, doesn't touch it with his feet, and for me that's a poor call by the referee that now gives Miami FC an opportunity to deliver this corner into the box.
The exact words, why would I leave it, from Jack Gurr.
We Brits think alike, John.
Sent in. Lundgaard handled nicely.
Top goalkeeping by Lundgaard there. Heard him call from it from up here, and a nice bowl out to Goodrum.
Franco will get there first and just deposit it to slow things down.
Good pressure again by Riley to force that one to make a decision. Franco had to play that out due to the pressure from Will Riley.
Jadama here halfway through minute 39. Back and forth with Jack Gurr. Nielsen. Bezecourt was on him. It'll go back to Lundgaard. Sent forward. Markey and Jope. Heath will just send it back to pace. Goodrum in pursuit of Endom. Way too much on that one when it goes to Lundgaard.
Again, that forced ball over the top, causing all sorts of issues for Miami FC as they keep giving up possession to a dangerous Atlanta United 2 side.
Riley, Nielsen. Lundgaard, Fortune. Nielsen looking to turn. Edwards. Nice one-touch work here. Fortune, Jope, NJ. Can Mackey get there? Endom gets there first.
Good work by Endom, but another fantastic phase of play by the twos, popping those one-touch passes.
Nielsen wins the ball. Knee almost gets to Riley there. Edwards, NJ. Granito was on him. Hit it off the outside of his left. Conway got there first. Sending it deep. Romario racing Gurr. Gurr will get there. Fortune looking for help. Gets it from Riley. Lost possession. Gonzalez looking for Bezecourt, but Nielsen will slow things down. Back to Lundgaard.
We see the apologetic hand there from Will Riley. He did get lucky there, caught in possession, and that's the dangers that you face when you're so determined as the twos are to play out of the back.
Nielsen looking for Conway. Markey can't handle it and settle it down, so it'll go to Jackson Conway for the throw.
And things just getting a little bit scrappy out here right now for both teams, looking a little bit fatigued, and I think both coaches will be happy to go into the half like this.
We saw Mojadama there just trying to calm things down a little bit from the back. Goodrum. Gonzalez on him, and a whistle there. Or not. Thought I heard a whistle, didn't happen.
Like to see that one again. Looked like Gonzalez mistimed that slide challenge, but must have got the ball there off of Goodrum. And we will see it again. Goodrum feints the cross there, and it is perhaps a touch on the ball. You can't really see from that angle, but Goodrum definitely thought he was fouled there.
Gonzalez continued to play. Nielsen. Jadama, Riley. Gurr. Back to Jadama. See, Fortune's flipped his side of the field temporarily. NJ looking to get Goodrum going, but it goes to pace, and he will fall on it.
Good little idea there with the through ball from NJ. Took a couple of deflections off Miami FC defenders, and I think that's what just took it out of Goodrum's run.
Endom. Heath and Griffiths. Endom waiting for those closing Atlanta United 2 players. Mackie Jope ends up being that individual, gives it to Markey.
And John, you can just see how that press has slowed slightly early on in the first half. There wouldn't have been a moment for the Miami FC defensive line to take those touches, but now fatigue setting in this humid, muggy day in Kennesaw.
Jadama from Nielsen as we turn to minute 44. Fortune and return. Switch looking for Edwards, not enough under it. Franco gets there to intercept.
And those switches very dangerous when you underhit them.
Nielsen over to Jadama. Riley tracked by Romario, gives to Nielsen. Bezecourt and Gonzalez there. Gets through a line. Riley finding Edwards. Franco's backtracking, but it sends into Markey directly. Markey just gets rid of it, trying to pass to Franco. Not enough on it, so it'll be a deep throw in the attacking third.
And Franco frustrated with his teammate Markey there. Looked like a simple pass and instead gives up the ball in a dangerous area for the twos.
Mackie Jope. Pace gets on the deflection just before it clears the end line, so it'll be back with Miami FC.
Yeah, good work by Pace. Quickly moved his feet there to smother that one to ensure it wouldn't be a corner kick to close out the last minute of this first half.
Ndom through a couple of lines, thought he saw something. Ends up going to Nielsen, who'll just track it down.
Should enjoy some time on the ball here, Nielsen. No pressure. Soak things up.
Bezecourt. Let it go back to Lundgaard. Here comes Romario. Sent long. Won by Griffiths. Gonzalez. Into the middle. Not enough for Bezecourt. Riley. Mackie Jope. Back to Nielsen. 2 minutes added. Ndom over the shoulder of Conway, gets there to clear, so it'll be a throw for Atlanta United 2.
With 2 minutes on the clock, we'll see what the twos can do right now. Still building up, playing nicely and comfortable with that possession now.
Riley. Mackie Jope, too much. Granito.
Great ball.
Sending Gonzalez. Wants to hook up with Romario. Nicely done by Mo Jadama to get in the way.
Good block there by Jadama. Had to be there. Gonzalez looked like he was breaking into the 18-yard box, and now instead Goodrum with a chance to run.
Goodrum with space. Luba nicely done to close it.
Good work by Luba there to get back. Goodrum looked like he was going to take a spin of pace, but instead Luba able to get back and recover.
Franco. Granito. Romario, nice flick idea, but it ends up working its way to Lundgaard.
Those are the kind of ideas that work when you've got fresh legs out there, but when you're second minute of stoppage time, not always the same play.
About 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Game's been stretched at times, been exciting at times. Goals in the back of the net, pretty much everything that we anticipated.
It's been a good one out there, definitely slowed down after Atlanta United 2's equalizer, but you expect that with two tired teams.
Foul on Romario there, going through AJ Fortune. Restarted quickly. Jadama to Gurr, center line. Last couple of seconds here, first half. One more run for Atlanta United 2. Goodrum looking for Gurr, gets past Luba. Into the area, slid and sent out. Looked like it was hit by both Markey and Mackie Jope. But that'll do it. First 45 plus in the books. What do you think so far?
I think it's been a solid game for both teams and sort of what we expected, John. Two weaker defensive sides, but I have been impressed with the work ethic of both teams' forward lines. They're not making it easy for either team's defenses. Two good goals, and I'm excited to see what we're going to see in the last 45 minutes of this matchup.
Well, take a look at those first two goals of the first 45 and everything else going on in the USL Championship. Honors even after the first 45 here in Group H. Atlanta United 2, the Miami FC, ones across the board. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit Piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
He'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
Welcome back to Fifth Third Bank Stadium. It is at the interval at the break. Atlanta United 2 and the Miami FC in Group H, tied at 1s. And we've got a lot of stuff to talk about here in the halftime as we get you ready for the second 45. First and foremost, here's your standings in Group H. And the season, this is as of things right this very second. This is like live standings because we talked about that schedule compression for the Miami FC and what they have to do to try to make up anything if teams 3 and 4 are going to catch team 2.
Yeah, they've got 3 games in hand, but very difficult games. And with their schedule compression, it makes things so much harder for Miami FC to pick up points. Atlanta United 2 just kind of cruising through things. It looks like the playoffs are out of reach for them right now, but they'll just be looking to find their rhythm and continue doing what they've been doing well, which is developing players for the first team.
Charleston Battery have the numbers so far of the Tampa Bay Rowdies, and they have a match in hand. They just have to work on goal difference. And remember, points do apply when it comes to going up against teams in other groups. If another team in another group has less points than you and they finished higher than you, you still end up with the advantage, if I remember my tiebreakers correctly. But that's where it is right now. Tampa, Charleston, Atlanta United 2, and the Miami FC as the season winds down here in group play in the USL Championship. Other action going on tonight in the USL Championship. Full-time New Mexico United knocks off Real Marnox by the score of 2-0. Pittsburgh, they have been dominant this year, knocking off Hartford right now, putting 4 on the board in the first 60. Lou City beating St. Louis FC at the half. That one's at 2-0. Loudoun United, Philadelphia Union 2, a young Philadelphia Union 2 side. It's been fun to see that development when it comes to Philadelphia Union 2 and what to anticipate possibly for Jim Curtin down the line. They're tied at 1s. Charlotte and Birmingham, they are at the break. And the Independents lead that one by the score of 2-1. Speaking of said Charlotte Independents, they are a part of our news and notes and what's been going on in the USL Championship, and it's been a lot of cool things that have been happening. You got to give a tip of the hat to Dane Kelly. Now, just as a keeper, when somebody gets a hat trick on you, how does that make you feel as a keeper?
Oh, it's the worst feeling in the world. You feel like they've just managed to figure out where to finish against you, and you're tired of seeing them running off and celebrating. And it means you've conceded 3, John. So that's a bad day at the office, regardless of who's scoring against you.
But it's a good day for Dane Kelly, who now holds the record for most hat tricks in the USL Championship. But we figured we'd give a little GK Union time for that second one. Brandon Miller, the 5th player in the championship's history to get 35 regular season shutouts.
That's incredible, because to get a shutout, it takes being switched on for every second of a 90-minute match. So 35 regular season shutouts. Hats off to him. We've got to focus on the goalkeeper Union sometimes too, and he's made some great saves. Love watching him playing in goal.'s got the composure, he's got the strength, and he does make a couple of camera saves now and then as well, John.
So you feed the goalkeeper the news about the goalkeeper, and you know that that's what you're going to get when Jess talks about folks like Brandon Miller. What can you do in 9 seconds?
In 9 seconds?
What can you do in 9 seconds?
What can I do in 9 seconds? Brush my hair, maybe.
Louis Solignac scored. Tied the USL Championships record for the fastest goal in a regular season game. 9 seconds in for San Antonio FC.
And if I'm the goalkeeper in that one, I am screaming at my forwards, my midfielders, and my defenders, because 9 seconds to pass 11 players?
9.
Not happy about that one, John.
Well, let's see what else is going on around the USL. It is highlights, it is news and notes, and it is also how the USL has become united against racism. Let's take a look and see what else is going on around the USL Championship with this match tied at 1.
The United Soccer League and its 47th championship in League One clubs stand united in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can create change. Together, we are united against racism.
And Miami's next. Oh, the ESPN skit. Thank you.
Over to Richards. Left foot and Brett Richards with an amazing strike. On the right foot, a curling effort. Oh, what a goal for the Battery!
Saved and cleared off the line. What a play by Tampocket.
Thought he might have been pulled back. Play continues.
Shot is lined up here. Oh, it's fantastic. Sensational. Floats this to the back post. What a save. Romero denies a Roscoe.
Nice recovery. Suarez eyes on Restrepo. Ooh, fires one home. FC Tulsa strikes first in the opening half hour.
For this organization. Here's a shot, and it curls near post at the death.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. That's what's been going on around the USL Championship, and there's a lot more going on. We're in the home stretch of the season here in the group play, groups A through H. Let's take a peek at what's going on with the schedule on the ESPN family of networks. You have matches on the Plus tonight. El Paso Locomotive, San Antonio FC, part of the Texas Derby that they have out there. That one's at 9:30. Also out late, it is Sacramento Republic and Reno 1868. That's at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Tomorrow, two matches. North Carolina FC and Memphis 9:01 in Group G. That one is at 6 o'clock Eastern. And at 10 o'clock, it is also San Diego Loyal and Orange County SC, which has been a gangbusters club out west here in 2020. Also on the board for the USL, we got the team of the week to take a peek at, and there's some familiar names. When we mentioned Brandon Miller, we mentioned the goalkeeper early on, so of course, we mention him, therefore he gets on the team of the week. Jordan Scarlett from Tampa, a couple of other familiar names. Dane Kelly, player of the week for obvious reasons from Charlotte. Corbin Bone for Lou City, and you've got Robbie Mertz from Pittsburgh. Dylan Mayers, who folks know on this side of the Mississippi from his time now with the El Paso Locomotive. Once again, Dane Kelly down there at the bottom of the screen is your player of the week. So we got player of the week, we got team of the week. So let's see what happens on the game of the night. We'll let you get set up for the second 45 when we come back around the corner. Atlanta United 2, the Miami FC. Tied at 1. It's the USL Championship on ESPN Plus. Second 45 around the corner. We'll be right back.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit Piedmont.org/QuickCare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. One stop to better.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit Piedmont.org/QuickCare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. One stop to better.
Welcome back to The Fraction. Get you ready for the second 45 minutes, and also as we go further along, for those that want to be kept up to date with what's going on with Atlanta United and their action with Nashville, we'll let you know what's going on here as we are in our second half and they are in their first. We got 2 goals, one for each side here in the first 45. Let's take a peek at the first half highlights and figure out how we got to this particular moment in time, Jess. And as folks were getting ready there for the second 45, when you think of the first 45, we knew there were going to be goals on the board. We knew it was going to be action one way or off one place to the other.
Yeah, we saw early opportunities for Atlanta United too as they tried that long ball over the top. Perfect slide by the goalkeeper, Romario, there testing Lundgaard early. That was a warning sign for him. Gurr has been fantastic. Again, another goalkeeper, and we saw it was too hot to handle for both goalkeepers out there in these slippy conditions. Romario Williams, danger man. Atlanta United too need to be aware of him. Gurr with that great slide tackle there. We will see the goal for Miami FC. Again, too hot to handle for the goalkeeper. Who's there? Of course, Romario Williams with his 6th goal of the season, 3rd against the Twos. And Atlanta United's equalizer couldn't have been a better first professional goal for AJ Fortune. Pick that one out of the back of the net.
You've got to hang on to that ball after this match is over just to make sure that you can put that one on the mantle. Here's a look at your first half stats. This is what we see, Jess. What do we know?
I mean, it was an even game out there. Look at that for possession, 54% to 46%. 4 shots each on target, or 4 shots on goal, 3 on target for Miami FC. We talked about needing to be clinical. They'll be happy with that number. 2 on target for the Twos. One of those, of course, the goal. Yellow card for Diop. He's going to need to be careful out there. We saw him pressing, and hopefully he can keep his head and stay on the pitch, John.
All right, so let's take a peek at your keys and let's revisit them. Obviously, we knew that these two teams had stuff in common, but the keys that you had coming into the game, as we turn the page into the second 45, let's take a peek, and what do you see?
Well, I definitely think Atlanta United 2 took the momentum. They started strong early on. Yes, they conceded, but the way they responded was very mature, fantastic work by them. We talked about Miami being more clinical. 3 out of 4 shots on target, not bad for them. They'll be happy to have got that goal. Tightening up the defense, well, let's be honest, John, neither team has really been too successful with that. But again, I have to praise the forward line for making it difficult for those defensive players.
Game's been stretched at times. Game's been back and forth at times. It's been end-to-end at times. It's been in closed space at times. So it's pretty much been everything that you could think about with these two teams lining up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a great first 45 minutes. 45 minutes left to come, and I expect more goals, John.
In perfect time with the whistle to get you ready for the second 45. Atlanta United in their stripes kits. They'll be going from left to right as you're watching here in the second 45, and the Miami FC in their road blue, they will be going from right to left. Markey couldn't control it and get rid of it before it ends up going out, so it's going to be a throw in the attacking third for Atlanta United too. Goodrum thought about it, but he'll yield to Jack Gurr.
Miami FC just starting how they finished that first half, a little bit too scrappy out the back, forcing that ball, so they'll have to do better to keep possession.
Jadama, NJ, nicely done there. Jackson Conway leaves for Babacar Njai inside to Mackie Joe, but he couldn't quite handle it. It was too much pace on it. Franco has to finally just get rid of it, but he doesn't get it all the way out to Fortune. Pressure early from Atlanta United 2. Goodrum. Pace is there. Collision just outside the 6. And you heard that all the way up here.
Dangerous delivery there from the right-hand flank by Goodrum. Both players had every right to go for that. You'll see Goodrum outswinging delivery. Goalkeeper Pace does well. Diop had every right to go for that one, but both of them down a little bit worse for wear. We do see goalkeeper on his feet, but the Atlanta United 2-man still down as the medical staff come onto the pitch.
Yeah, Mackie Diop part of that collision, so Mackie Diop up now. But that was a hard collision. One substitution coming into the second 45. Brenton Griffith's night is done for the Miami FC after 45 minutes, and Lloyd Sam checks in. So Lloyd Sam will be in for the second half, replacing Brenton Griffiths.
You have to wonder, John, if that early substitution has something to do with the compressed schedule that Miami FC have coming up. If he's taken a knock, if he's not feeling 100%, they probably want to take him off, give him a rest, and recover for the next game.
And Lloyd Sam, the 35-year-old veteran from London, England, checking in. So it is 14 in blue for 23. So that's your lone change. No changes for Atlanta United 2 here as we start the second half. Fortune interrupts, but not completely. Bezecourt is there. He'll give to Jonas Lube inside the 6, looking, knocked away by Mo Jadama, corner kick.
Jadama on the slide there, an important interception. Romario Williams was crashing the 6-yard box, had to time that slide nicely, but it will be a corner kick now for Miami FC. We've seen some dangerous delivery from the boys in blue, and they'll be looking to do that again.
Gonzalez will take. Thought about a quick start. Looks like he'll give to Harrison Heath. Gonzalez will be support.
Everyone crowding the 6-yard box again. We see a lot of players at that front post, making it difficult for Lundgaard to see anything.
Sent in, looking near post. Down inside the 6, can't quite settle. Bezecourt had an idea, sent it by Gonzalez and in.
What a finish by Gonzalez there from the edge of the 18-yard box. The Twos just didn't clear their back line quick enough. We saw the punch from Lundgaard, the initial punch, and we'll watch the delivery again. It's floated in. Lundgaard gets 2 hands. It's not a great punch by him. The ball falls nicely from Gonzalez, and when he gets there, what a finish. Lundgaard unsighted, plenty of players in front of him, but Gonzalez put that one through the eye of the needle, and that's his 3rd goal in 4 games. Dangerous man.
Through a lot of traffic. Miguel Gonzalez gets the goal to give Miami FC the lead. Now he has possession of 2nd place when it comes to goals scored for Miami. Romario, the leading goal scorer, with 5. Gonzalez on the hot streak. That's why we focused on him at the beginning of the match. Now has 3 in his last 4, and it's 2-1 Miami FC.
The Twos are going to have to respond here. It's a dreadful start for them coming out of the break. They would have wanted to do anything but concede the early goal, and now they're going to have to come back from behind again as Gurr in possession down in front of us.
Tries to get it past Luba, looking for Goodrum. Franco shoulders him away. Nicely done. Bezecourt trying to dribble out of traffic, deflected by NJ. Goodrum chasing. Heath will get there, send it back to Pace.
You see Heath there just sticking his arm out and letting his players know that he's got it. You love leadership from your center midfielder.
Gonzalez tries to flick it forward, looking for Romario. Romario recognizes it, thanks him for the idea, but it ends up with Atlanta United 2. Riley. Fortune center circle. Jadama. Goodrum. Nice touch to Gurr. Cross. Top of the 6. Bezecourt knocked off of it by Fortune. Atlanta United 2 will reset with Mo Jadama here in the 51st. Update from Nissan Stadium. Nashville SC with a goal on the board, leading Atlanta United 1-0 first half. Sent into the area. Jackson Conway off the bar.
Oh, Conway could not have come much closer than that. A difficult technique. Atlanta United 2 still in possession, though.
Edwards looking to drive on Markey. They say go kick.
frustration for Atlanta United too, but they almost had the instant response. Great delivery there. Conway on the volley, hit the underside of the crossbar, and the Miami FC taking a big sigh of relief there because Conway just centimeters from finding the back of the net.
Ndom looking to send it forward. Gonzalez missed on it. Nielsen gets there. Romario chasing. Back to Lundgaard.
But you see the difference between the freshness coming out in the second half. Romario Williams has found his second wind and chasing that one with far more intensity.
Gurr looking to drive on Franco, pulls it back. We'll go cross. Edwards. Mackie Jope. Njai tried to flick it back to him. Heath. Center F waves it all off. Mohamed Hassan. Miami FC will play. Jonas Luba will track it down. Jadama takes care of the heavy touch. Luba knew it was heavy when he hit it, so we'll try it again. Up in the air, not a lot behind it. Bezecourt will track it down. Gonzalez. First touch for Lloyd Sam.
Miami FC really working this possession now. I would imagine coach had something to say at halftime about forcing it.
Bezecourt thought he looked like he wanted to set up the left, and Luba can't quite keep it and track it down. It'll be a deep throw for Atlanta United too.
But good work there by Luba to force the throw in instead of the goal kick, forcing Atlanta United 2 with a difficult throw in deep in their own territory. This one difficult to get out of.
Goodrum sent forward. NJ and Goodrum, same. Gurr gets it again, sends it forward. Good combination work there. Conway, as Ndom kept him from advancing with it. Granito now for Miami, and Harrison Heath. It's going to stick with Miami FC for the throw. Luba quickly to Franco. Ndom, Markey, Granito, Gonzalez. Back to Hassan Ndom, quickly to Bezecourt, flicked nicely by Fortune out of trouble.
Good work by Fortune, just unable to thread Goodrum through, and Miami again with an opportunity to play the ball around. And the more they pass, the more they make the ball work, the more tired the Atlanta United 2 forward line is going to get pressing.
Sent forward, Gurr backtracking, gets there before Jonas Lube, and sends it forward with the right. It'll be a deep throw in the attacking third for Miami FC and Franco.
I see what Gurr's trying to do there, spin and keep the ball in play, but would have liked to see him utilize his goalkeeper.
Franco. Bezecourt. Romario with space, wants to set up the right, leaves it. Fired, Sam saved. Nielsen heads it clear out of the area. Mackie Jope will settle, nicely done.
Big two pause by Lundgaard there, and maybe a counterattack on for the twos.
Jackson Conway, 1-on-3, has Goodrum in support. Gets it there. Looking to go on Franco. Thought about it with the left. It's going to be a throw for Atlanta United 2.
And we'll get to see that save again. Romario Williams with a good delivery there, and the shot is big and strong but straight at Lundgaard. And what was an improvement for the Twos defensive line is that they got rid of the rebound instead of giving up another opportunity on goal.
Gurr will settle. Top of the box all the way through, but Matthew Edwards will get there. Looking to drive, step over. In with the right, Mackie Jope tried to flick it, and he was just wide with it. Great idea, just wide.
And that was a far harder header than the one we saw him have in the first half. A difficult one to get your head around. We'll see it again. Ball driven in, and Jope unable to just turn his neck at an intricate angle and redirect that one on frame. But it's better from the twos. They're creating opportunities, and I like when they're getting the ball wide and drilling the ball into the danger zone.
Jadama tried to send it through a couple of different lines. NJ intercepted it, but Lloyd Sam will be there for Miami FC. He'll get back to pace. Conway pressuring, sent forward. Gonzalez, Bezecourt. Harrison Heath has Yunus Luba. Driving on Gurr. Leave to Romario. Double teamed. Looking to spin out of that jam. Gives to Franco, who's got a little bit of room. He'll move it backward to Harrison Heath.
Good work by the Atlanta United 2 defensive line. 11 players behind the ball right now.
Granito turns nicely on Mackie Joe.
Good spin.
Wide. Looks like Lundgaard had that one in his sights all the way through, so it'll be a goal kick here halfway through minute 57.
Audacious effort by Granito. Looked like he looked up and saw Lundgaard off his line, tried one from distance, but that one never going to challenge the goalkeeper.
Gurr settles it after a hop, tries to get Goodrum going. Dangerous idea there by Indom, but Goodrum ends up with it. Franco and Indom collapse on it, but Atlanta United 2 with a chance. Mackie Jope wants to set up the right. And a foul on Mackie Jope.
And this could be some trouble for Jope here. He is down injured. Referee standing over him. Will have a second look. The hard work from Goodrum allowed the ball to break. A good touch there by Conway to find Mackie Jope. Tries to skip past the challenge, and just as he's falling, I don't think there's anything malicious there. He slips, but you'll see the Miami FC players definitely wanting to remind the referee, and they'll continue to remind him. Granito getting very heated. That Jope is on a yellow card, and he could be in a little bit of trouble if the referee is convinced by the arguments of the Miami FC players.
Because it looked like the contact from Franco caused Mackie Jope to lose his footing, and he ends up falling into Granito, which causes the heavy fall.
Yeah, it's more of an awkward slip, and we'll see it again to make sure of that from a different angle. You see the nice little outside flick by Conway. Jope with the first touch.
There's Franco.
And there's the contact, and yeah, contact is on Jope first. If he picks up a yellow card, it would be extraordinarily harsh, and I think that's what the referee is trying to explain. And no card given, so Jope will still have to be careful though, because moments like that stick with the referee. He's aware he's on a yellow card, he's aware he's made 1 or 2 challenges. Jope needs to play smart now.
You saw Mohamed Hassan discussing things with Thomas Granito, explaining the situation, why there wasn't a card. It'll be a throw for Miami FC in their own defensive third on the far side. Don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today. Get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Atlanta United 2, then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Get reminders on the Stripes' next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. Jadama under control, back to Lundgaard. Back and forth. Luba trying to get in the passing lane to Jack Gurr. It ends up with Gurr anyway. Big idea, trying to get it to Jackson Conway through that traffic, and Pace gets there, spills it. Conway, a mess in front of the area, and cleared.
Great work by Pace in net there, though. Managed to stay alert, realized he was on the edge of his box. He couldn't go with hands, had to go with feet, timed it well. We get to see this again. A good hands by Pace, but it slipped out in the wet turf, but managed to recover well, and good work by the goalkeeper in net there.
Markey. A little bit of room. Sam sent forward to Gonzalez. Riley on him. Step over. Sent back. Granito. Fortune. Miami FC quickly back with it. Too much for Lloyd Sam, and it will go to the Stripes as the throw-in their defensive third.
Sam unable to keep that pass in play again. Good pressure from the forward line of Atlanta United 2.
Turn 60 minutes complete. Remember, Miguel Gonzalez goal about 11 minutes ago gave Miami FC the lead 2-1 after we went to the interval tied at 1.
But we've seen some great things from the twos. Remember, Conway did hit the underside of the crossbar. I think right now they'll feel unlucky that they're not tied at 2s, John.
Foul called on Miami FC, and so standing within the 10 yards, trying to slow the pace down a little bit. Nielsen, big switch.
Great ball to Gurr there.
Looking for Goodrum in the corner. Franco gets there first to calm things down.
It's good defensive work there by Franco. No nonsense playing that one out for the deep throw-in.
Gurr looking for a partner, finds one in Goodrum here. Have to get it out of a lot of Miami FC traffic. Back to Jadama, center circle, Nielsen. Riley. Edwards. Driving on Sam. NJ. Picked off Bezecourt, nicely done.
Too easy there by NJ, too predictable.
Romario spins on Fortune, but nicely done backtracking Will Riley.
Beautiful turn there by Romario Williams, but the ball not good enough from him.
Mackie Jope in behind, knocks Markey.
And I think he'll get a talking to here. This is his official last warning, I would believe. And Jope needs to just keep his mouth quiet there. We'll see it again. Nice through ball by NJ. Jope's first touch is just what costs him, and that's a frustrated challenge from behind. When you're on a yellow card, though, those things are not smart, and Jope needs to show a little bit more maturity and a little better decision-making there.
Coach Dalglish wondering why that wasn't a card. Endom forward. Jadama's there. Bezecourt. Franco. Center circle Gonzalez. Will Riley chasing him down. Franco again.
Great challenge by Goodrum there. Does play it out for the throw-in for Miami FC, but a perfect time slide tackle.
Through Bezecourt to Romario. Sends it over to the far side. Sam tracks it down nicely.
Good first touch by Wade Snap.
Gonzalez. Romario. NJ nicely done to intercept. Numbers coming back for Atlanta. Conway. Springs Mackie Jope. Tries to turn on Endom. Hits Endom completely, and it will be a deep throw for Atlanta United 2. Endom got in the way of that one.
But again, positive signs for the momentum of Atlanta United 2 all stemmed from that beautiful spin by NJ. And Jope will be disappointed that he didn't test the goalkeeper.
Over Fortune. Mackie trying to post up. Couldn't get anything under it. Cleared by Harrison Heath. Riley. Spins away from Bezecourt. Babacar Njai. All the way back to Jadama. Jack Gurr. Gets past Luba. Into the middle to NJ. Riley, bad pass.
Just tried to force the switch there by Riley, and now Miami FC with a chance, but it's a good recovery from the 17-year-old. He knew he was at fault, managed to work back, and you love to see that.
Substitution coming in for Atlanta United 2. It's their first of the night. At the first opportunity, it will be Coleman Gannon checking in. Jack Gurr tries to send in a cross off of Harrison Heath, picked up by Pace.
Pace just taking his time to release this one. Goalkeeper's meant to only have 6 seconds, but we all know that's a myth.
That depends on how quickly or how slowly you count to 6, True. And then it resets, and then it starts all over again, and then over the first ball, second ball, Romario with that chance sent forward, but Markey will track it down and go back to Pace, and we'll try it all over again. Scoring update from Nissan Stadium. Atlanta United, Nashville SC tied at 1s. As promised, for the next 30 minutes or so, we'll keep you up to date on that one. Sent forward, nicely done to Jack Gurr. Just in the area, and on top of it is Pace. Defended well by Endom. Once again, as Goodrum tried to get an opportunity. Let's take another peek.
And Jack Gurr again has been prolific down that right-hand flank. Is an important step there by Endom, because Goodrum was waiting for some sort of opportunity to pounce on that one.
Romario fouled by Fortune.
Finally, Gannon will get an opportunity to enter the match.
Let's see whose night will end. It will be Babacar N'Jai. So NJ's night is done after 66 minutes. What do you think of Babacar's night as Coleman Gannon comes in?
I think he's been really good. He's had intricate footwork in the moment, a couple of really nice turns and spins, some good feed through plays, but at times a little bit too complacent in possession. But I'm a bit surprised he came off. I thought we might have seen Jope being substituted at some point, and I think we still might. With him being on a clear last warning, John, I hope there's a substitution before things are too late.
The other subs on the bench tonight, David Mejia, Brandon Lamb up from the academy. He's wearing 39 tonight. Daniel Steedman, Lamine John-A, and Amir Bashti. That's the remainder of your bench.
Now, we thought we were going to be restarting with a foul, a free kick for Miami FC based on the foul from Romario Williams. Instead, it looks like a drop ball to the goalkeeper. I'd like to pretend I know what's going on here, but instead it's an opportunity for Pace to show off his kip-up skills.
How were your kip-up skills as a keeper, Jess?
Non-existent. I'm just good at soccer tennis.
Gannon won the second ball, fouled from behind. A bit of a push by Harrison Heath, and they'll just send it quickly, but too quickly for the liking of Mohamed Hassan.
He won't get away with that one. Tried to take it in his own half. Foul was a good 10 yards back there, and don't blame the referee from calling that one. Williams trying there to stop the delivery, and now he'll have a little talking to.
Coach Dalglish having issues. And so Romario gets he'll get a yellow for dissent here in the 68th. And he's still going back and forth with Mohamed Hassan.
People got to be careful, John. When you pick up a yellow card, you just got to keep your mouth shut. A lot of the times, yes, you're going to disagree with the referee, but the most unforgivable cards you can get are for dissent, in my opinion.
Luba, Jadama, Gurr with space. Coleman Gannon's first touch. Riley got away from Lumba, back to Gurr. Into the middle, thought about setting up the left, but he'll send it all the way over to Matthew Edwards.
Good vision there by Gurr to switch it.
So Matthew Edwards sends it in all the way with the right. Looking for Goodrum. Last touched by Franco. It'll be a Creature Comforts corner kick for Atlanta United 2 here halfway through 69th minute.
Good pressure there by Atlanta United 2 to force that corner. We'll see two players going over there. It's Gurr and Goodrum. Maybe an opportunity to play this one short. We've seen a lot of deep deliveries. Will they do something different here?
Gonzalez and Franco are keeping an eye on Goodrum and Gurr. Fortune off to the left if Gurr wants to choose it, just to drop it back, but he'll send it in on the ground, beginning of the 6, and it's deflected out and cleared. And a handball was called. Atlanta United 2 wants a handball on Miami FC, but it's going the other way.
That's a great delivery again. Mix things up. We'll see it again here.
There's all your activity in the box.
The ball was drilled. Draw it across, and oof, not really sure about that one. I think it's at the distance where even if it had struck a Miami FC player, it would have been a harsh to call a penalty there.
Yep, foul on Gonzalez there. It looks like it hit Luba inside the box, but
the wording now is within the silhouette, and I'm pretty sure that was a natural position that he was in. Body was close together, and at that distance anyway, it's near impossible to call.
Fortune finds Jack Gurr. Fortune gets it back to Nielsen. Sends it back to Gurr. Good settle there. Gets it past Bezecourt, looking to drive. Try to find Coleman Gannon. Wants to turn with the right, and he just missed.
Just pulled it too far on that back post was Coleman Gannon. But again, hopeful signs for the Twos as they start to build up pressure and test the Miami FC defense. As we look at it again, another driving run from Jack Gurr, a good thread into the box. He spins, but just drags that one far post.
Pace looking to direct some traffic and try and find some kind of partner here.
Time wasting has already begun. Probably see him pick up a yellow by the end of this match.
Bezecourt tries to get it away from Fortune. Miami FC coming up with it. Granito sends it forward looking for Gonzalez, ends up with Lundgaard, who deposits it quickly. Edwards.
Love that quick distribution by Lundgaard to start the counter-attack.
Gonzalez gets it away from him. Sam back and forth. Round two, up into the air, looking to find Romario. Nielsen gets it to Riley. Endam. Luba. Jack Gurr backtracking. Look at the closing speed of Jack Gurr to cut down Yunus Luba. Has to cut to his right. Top of the area, nobody there. Big launch over the bar. Gonzalez looked like he took too much time to think about it.
Yeah, Gonzalez kind of stuttered his run there, a strange one. I think he'll want that one back. He had all the time in the world, and we'll see it again. Good defensive recovery by Gurr to force the pass, but to that edge of the box, not quick enough to close him down. You saw Riley there, a couple steps off the pace, gave Gonzalez all the time in the world and just leaning back and over the crossbar.
Fortune. No one around him, a lot of room. Gurr. Gannon. Endam gets there first, and he'll shepherd it out.
A good hustle there by Gannon. Gurr again with a good delivery, and I keep saying his name, John, because I think Jack Gurr has been fantastic on this right-hand side.
We'll keep an eye on the touchline for another Atlanta United 2 sub in short order.
Mark Pace will take his time, and he does receive that yellow card.
There's your yellow card, as you anticipated. So
he won't mind that one, though.
Jack Gurr, after the initial joust, goes all the way back to Lundgaard. Matthew Edwards by himself.
Beautiful distribution there to float that one into Edwards.
Gurr calling for the big switch from Nielsen. He doesn't see it. Edwards tries to send it into the middle over Endam, over Bashti, who is now in. Gurr wins the header. Down from Riley and Fortune. Into the area, misses Conway and goes through. It's going to be a throw, looks like, for Miami FC. And it looks like Philip Goodrum's night is done. So Bashti is in, Goodrum is out here in the 73rd.
Miami FC just being warned that they're taking a little bit too much room on this throw and walking that one forward. They won't mind just taking a bit more time as they pop that one up in the air.
Riley. Conway sent forward. Mackie Joke disrupted. Goal kick.
Just unfortunately popped up and deflected off of Jope there, but good high pressure from him.
If you're on the road and you can't watch a match, turn on Sirius XM FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week, along with action from MLS, the Premier League, UEFA Champions League. Sirius XM FC, channel 157 on your Sirius XM radio and the Sirius XM app.
Hydration break for both teams. Be interested to hear those conversations with the coaches, John.
All right, so then let's say you're the coach. You're Tony Annan. What are you talking about here with 15 to go?
Just keep doing what you're doing, crashing the box, putting those deliveries in. I think Atlanta United too look most dangerous when they have players like Gurr in possession wide and they're driving the ball across. Miami FC's defense haven't been great at clearing their lines, and I think that's where you have to pressure them. On the flip side, though, if you're Dalglish, you're looking at perhaps just trying to run the clock a little bit. You know Atlanta United too have had the best opportunities since you've scored, and I think you just have to hold on and urge them to do better with their defensive lines. And if in doubt, kick it out. Old school stuff.
One final note from the USL. The USL's elite pre-professional platform. Say that 10 times fast. A lot of alliteration from anxious anchors placed in powerful posts. The USL's elite pre-professional platform, the USL Academy, allows clubs across the USL to build a pathway to pro soccer by bringing together top local youth talent. Following the success of the first Academy Cup events, clubs can now apply to participate in the USL Academy League, kicking off in spring 2021. For more information, visit usl-academy.com or search hashtag USL Academy on social media. And you saw it looked like Coach Dalglish was having a bit of a discussion with Mohamed Hassan, too, as we turn into the final 15.
Yeah, he hasn't been a fan. Definitely not Hassan's biggest fan. I will say maybe he has a point with the Jope decision, but alas, Atlanta United 2 won't be complaining too much about that one.
Goals on the board tonight. You had Romario Williams scoring in the 20th minute, and it made it 1-0. Jay Fortune equalized in the 24th to make it 1-1, and then Miguel Gonzalez in the 49th to make it 2-1. Another substitution now for Miami. It's Mohamed Chow is checking in. So 28 is in for Miami. Lance Roseboom is also in, and the night is over for Vincent Bezecourt. So Roseboom is in for Bezecourt, as Chow is in as well.
For me, that's just fresh legs up top for Miami FC. They know they're going to have to do a lot of chasing. They're trying to close things down early before they start to get created for the two. So they've just put in 2 pairs of fresh legs up top.
And that's the end of the night for Romario Williams, as Romario Williams sits down after his 75 minutes of action.
Fantastic work by the veteran out there. He's been fantastic, just closing everything down, and of course got a goal to his name, as is a customary against his old side.
Sent forward too much for Gurr.
Yeah, just a wasted opportunity there by the twos. They do only have 13 minutes to get an equalizer, and I'd like to see them be a little bit more patient. You can't force it over the top all the time. Get it wide, build up, and play it into those dangerous areas across the box.
Remember the history between these two clubs back on July 29th here at Fifth Third? A 4-3 absolute cracker. And then back on August 19th, what we talked about pregame the last time these two teams played, a 2-2 draw. Mackie Jope tries to turn top of the area, just flicked out. Bashti's there to claim it. Mackie Jope is still down inside the box. Miami FC will clear. Gonzalez, and a whistle now for Mohamed Hassan to stop play while Jope is down inside the area.
You see Bashti clap his hands there in frustration. Just too many touches on the edge of the box. Miami FC defensive line again not clearing it well enough, and Jope looks like he's in a lot of distress holding that quad. We'll take another look of it here. Bashti with the beautiful floated ball. Jope takes a chest control, and just, I think his landing there a little bit awkward. But here, look, Bashti gets it stuck under his feet, tries to cut into the box, and then gets a heavy touch, and frustration for the substitution. He'll want to do better, and we don't like to see this, John, do we?
No, you're looking at that right knee, because when you look at when he planted and tried to swing, it looked like it took an odd angle. And so the physios are now looking at Mackie Jope on that right knee.
He's in a lot of pain out there.
All right, now when Mackie plants and tries to turn to shoot, watch the left-sided knee there.
It's a really hard landing as well, and I think that's a double whammy of the contact with the defender, the way he falls down, and we will see a substitution. That will be the last of Mackie Jope's action.
David Mejia will check in for Mackie Jope tonight.
Mejia famously scored a late goal, so they'll be looking for something from the youngster out there again tonight.
In the second goal that salted things away in the last match against Philadelphia Union 2, and he's also scored here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium as well in one of his first appearances. So David Mejia has come on, and he has been offense for the Stripes.
The good news is, though, even though Jope is done, we do see him jogging on that sideline, so it does look good for the future of Jope, because that's a player you don't want to be missing if you're Atlanta United 2 in that final leg of the season.
It looks like they're calling Mejia back. They're thinking about it. Tony Annan looking at his watch on the touchline. Back to Pace, who'll send it forward. So it looks like Mackie Jupp will go in. They're going to put the warm-up top back on David Mejia.
Poor Mejia. I'm a little bit confused with that call. I think at this point you do rest Jope and hopefully don't extend an injury, but you do see him running more freely.
And remember, you have 3 blocks to have your substitutions, so there's 1 more block for Tony Annan to use.
Nice work by Bashti there in the center circle to distribute it to Riley.
Bashti back and forth. Nashville now up 3-1 over Atlanta. It was 1-0, then it was 1-1. Now it's 3-1 Nashville in the 37th up at Nissan.
Maybe it's not just the twos that are having difficulties defending.
Up and over the top looking for Chow. Nielsen will get there first and get it back to Lundgaard nicely.
Good work, Nielsen, to get the right side of the forward there. Looked like he'd been caught off guard, but a good recovery.
Riley Jadama. Back to Mo. Gonzalez now from Miami. Riley backtracking. It's got some help. And back to Gonzalez, who'll want to send it into the area. Nicely done on the 45, looking for Chow. Interrupted by Coleman Gannon. Head back the other way.
Good work by Gannon, but a fantastic overlap there by Gonzalez. Incredible that he has the legs to make that sprint this late on in the match.
There's a foul on Miami. Looks like it was on Granito as Coleman Gannon was trying to speed past him.
Good opportunity for the twos now to launch a ball forward. Looks like they're going to take it early, or we'll have a substitution.
Now David Mejia will come in. And it looks like that's going to be the night for Fortune.
What a goal he's had. He'll hope that we can tie things up, because you don't want to have your first professional goal in a loss. But AJ Fortune take a bow, because his goal was an absolute cracker to tie things up in the first half.
So that is it for substitution blocks for Tony Annan tonight. And a foul call there as Jackson Conway tried to turn.
Silly foul for Heath to give away there. Dangerous area for the twos. Just off center. Far enough out to chip a ball in. We'll see it again by Heath. It's a good first touch and spin there by Coleman Gannon. And it's Heath behind him, and he's not impressed with that decision.
So Mackie Jope directing traffic with Jack Gurr. About 28. More training ground stuff. Grounder into the wall. Volleyed off the outside of the right boot. Mejia will track it down. A lot of spin on that one, but nicely done by Pace to get there before Patrick Nielsen.
Good hands by Pace, but I think the two should have done something a little bit differently there. It wasn't a good delivery from Jope. Tried to drive it into a danger area, but instead an easy clearance for Miami FC.
Pace through everybody. Jack Gurr will get there first and back to Ben Lundgaard, and they'll reset. Nielsen. Jadama. Gurr. Looks like Brian James about to check in for Miami FC in their last substitution block. Jope lost possession. Gonzalez is there. Roseboom sends it back. Pace sends it forward. And out. And it looks like that will be the night for Miguel Gonzalez. Gonzalez once again got the goal in the 49th to give the Miami FC the lead. So it'll be Brian James, 17 in, 12. Miguel Gonzalez out. And what they encourage you to do these days is it's okay to get out at the closest point. You don't have to come all the way over to the benches these days.
And it's a good change because Gonzalez was going to take long enough strutting off on that far side, let alone running across the entire pitch. But he can take a bow. He's been fantastic. We talked about him in our beginning notes, John, and he really led by example out there with the difference maker right now between the two sides.
Jack Gurr. Not enough looking for Jackson Conway. Luba tries to get rid of it. Bashti will track it down.
Good work by Bashti there. Used his body to shield that one out. Leaves the throw in for Gurr.
Jadama. Patrick Nielsen. James closing ranks quickly. Give to Bashti. Coleman Gannon. Back to Jadama. He's got some room. Give to Gurr. Flick forward to Mejia. Into the area. Gannon, or Jackson Conway couldn't turn on it. Last touched by Miami FC, and it looks like it's going to be another Creature Comforts corner kick as we get toward minute 88.
But that's more like it by the twos, getting into the dangerous wide positions, drilling it across, and forcing the Miami FC defenders to make a decision. Gurr now needs to make this delivery count.
Jalen Markey gets a yellow card. As he made it a little difficult for Atlanta United 2 to get things set up as quickly as they wanted for this corner. Gurr into the area, top of the 6, down. Jackson Conway tries to get it, Luba clears.
And Luba does well there to clear his lines again. Miami FC learning from the pass there, and really no-nonsense clearance by their defender.
Well done by Franco to intercept. Here comes Luba. Lung-busting run by Gurr to try to close it down. Mejia's there with him, and they do peel it back.
Good double-team defensive play by the twos there.
Give and go was thought. Harrison Heath couldn't get there for the go. Amir Bashti tries to.
Great
Nicely
tackle.
done by Franco.
Fantastic tackle there by Franco. Had to get it right on Bashti and did exactly that.
Granito. James. Forward with the left. Chow trying to go on Nielsen, foul.
Clever work by Nielsen there. Knew that Chow probably had the fresh legs on him and was going to beat him to the ball, so moved his body across and forced the foul to be made.
Riley. Luba now confronting. Give to Gurr. Thought about sending it into the area. Pulls it back. Give to Riley. Coming up on the 90th minute. Nielsen. Into Mackie Jope. Good flick. Coleman Gannon's got a chance with the left, blocked.
What a slide challenge that was, and he'll get the celebration there. Fantastic, important challenge on Gannon as he looked to spin and shoot.
Hassan Endam now directing traffic for another Creature Comforts corner kick for Atlanta United 2, but Coleman Gannon had the chance.
We'll watch it again. Nice little play into the box. Gannon spins, and importantly timed slide tackle there by Endam.
Headed out by Chow. Sent out. Nicely defended that time by Luba. It's going to be a throw.
Miami FC defending as a team here. Good to see from them as they look to shut things out.
Gannon. Jadama. Riley. Sent in, popped up, and popped over.
Just too much there by Riley.
6 minutes added. Plenty of time if you're Atlanta United 2 to get an equalizer here at Fifth Third.
And they'll feel encouraged looking over and seeing that number on the scoreboard. That's time for a couple of chances to be created for the boys in red and black.
Pace slipped on the turf, sent it out. It's going to be a throw. Gurr on it quickly. Franco got there first. Riley. Gurr. Jadama. Nielsen. Bashti.
Hold your feet, hold your feet, hold your feet.
Riley. Gurr. In with the left. Pace is there.
And Gurr there with the floating in-swinging delivery. Just too close to the goalkeeper there. He was looking for Jope, but unfortunately too close to the goalkeeper's hands, and a good take by Pace.
You saw the halftime score at the interval in Nashville at Nissan. Nashville SC 3-1 over Atlanta United. So Nielsen coming forward. About 90 seconds into the 6, picked off by Franco. Nicely done by Mejia. Too much energy behind it to try to spring Gurr, and it'll go out for another goal kick.
It's the right idea, but just not on the same page there, Mejia and Gurr. He's never going to be able to catch that one, and Gurr with tired legs, you can't expect him bombing up and down all day. Pace will take as long as he can on this one.
Mackie Jope got there, headed away from Chow, but it'll be a throw for Miami FC.
Just a bit of a lack of communication there by Jadama and Mejia there.
Chow into Bashti. Got it back. Foul on Bashti.
Silly there by Bashti. Always going to get caught on that one. Just looped his arm around the Miami FC player.
In Nashville, Dominic Baji scored in the first, assisted by McCarty and Mukhtar. Jeff Larentowicz scores in the 19th for your equalizer. Gets credit for it, assisted by Barco. Goals by Mukhtar and McCarty, 8 minutes apart, and that's how you're 3-1 in Nashville.
Gurr just being fouled there. The Twos will take it quickly and look to make something happen in these remaining 3 minutes of stoppage time.
Edwards, Nielsen, Jadama. Paul Dalglish directing traffic. A lot behind that one from Mejia. Gurr saved it. And it's going to end up being a Miami FC throw.
Again, just too much on the final play by Atlanta United too, and you can see them getting frustrated out there, and they need to get some composure. They've got 3 minutes. That's enough time. A lot can happen, but only if they relax, take a breath, and try and make those passes connect.
Franco backwards. Markey closed down. And they're calling a foul on Jackson Conway.
Conway very frustrated right now, and he's only wasting time by arguing, though. Put that ball down and let Miami FC get playing, because the clock is still ticking.
Jalen Markey in no mood to get up anytime soon. And Jackson Conway gets a yellow for his time.
Partially for the challenge and probably partially because of the protest going on afterwards. We'll have another look at that one. Markey does clear it, and it is late by Conway, and Markey probably doesn't help things by going up in the air so much, but Conway gave him the right to do that.
Pace sends it forward, about a minute and a half to go. Chow tried to shield Bashti from getting it. James.
Great play by James there to spread the play wide.
Sam and Chow. Chow will go into the corner off of Nielsen, and it's going to be a Miami FC corner.
Good work by Chow there in the corner, keeping possession to Miami FC, and they'll take all the time they are allowed to be taken.
Keep jogging, boss. Keep jogging, boss. Keep going. Hey, I know you're tired. I understand. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You can actually hear the linesman there. I wanted to
Love
pause
the
for you to hear
from
that.
The AR. That's great work by the guys in the truck. That's great.
Joshua Belk, the linesman there, telling him to, you know, he's got some legs in him. They'll try and hold it in the corner, but instead now pop it into the box.
Jadama tries to get there, and it's going to be another corner.
I'm sure they'll do the same again here. Good soccer IQ by the Miami FC.
Hey, go ahead, get him the 10. Hey, on the line, come on, man. Hey, let's go. Hey, play.
I love that behind the scenes stuff.
Right here.
It's one of the benefits of not having fans in the crowd. Obviously, we'd love to be able to open the doors safely, but I will say hearing things from this perspective and listening to the officials is definitely a little addition.
Gurr forward. Conway. Bashti with a chance. Hit. Not cleared. Flicked again. And just missed a second chance in a corner. Atlanta United 2 is calling for handball. Don't get it. It's going to go for another Creature Comforts corner. And we're past the 6th minute.
Bashti with 2 opportunities at that one. Unable to connect cleanly on the second. But we'll take a look and see why they were calling for that PK. A great ball over the top. Bashti gets it off of the touch. And first is a big save. Second, just an elbow. But again, we talk about that natural silhouette and his hands are tucked in.
Out of the area, and that is your whistle. 1-1 at the interval. A goal 4 minutes into the second half by Miguel Gonzalez makes it a 2-1 final. Great fight, though, by Atlanta United 2.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of heart and spirit shown by Atlanta United 2. They conceded very early into that second half. They tried and they tried, but Miami FC, we talked about needing to tighten up the defense, and that's exactly what Miami FC did. They'll be encouraged as they have this string of close games because this was the best we've seen from Miami FC. And again, on the flip side, Atlanta United 2, lots of positives to take from it, the heart and the spirit, but just not clinical enough when they got those opportunities.
We'll put a bow on this one when we come back. The Miami FC 2-1 winners tonight in Kennesaw. It's the USL Championship on ESPN+. Stick and stay for the conclusion. We'll be right back.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit Piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit Piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. Miami FC winners 2-1 in Group H over Atlanta United 2 tonight. And with that loss, Atlanta United 2 is officially eliminated from any kind of postseason consideration. They have 3 matches left here on the season. Let's take a peek at your final stats. And Jess, here's what we see from what happened over this 90 minutes with Atlanta United 2 and the Miami FC. But what did we learn?
Well, I think you look at the shots versus the shots on target, John, and it's not about how many chances you create. It's the quality of those chances and how well you take them. We talked about Miami FC needing to be clinical, and that's exactly what they were. 5 out of their 8 shots on target. Atlanta United 2 created those opportunities, 14 shots, but only 2 on target. And that's a number that's got to be quite concerning for Tony Annan.
All right, so let's take a peek at the schedule. We mentioned schedule compression for the Miami FC. We'll get to that in a sec, but let's take a peek at the home team, Atlanta United 2, and the rest of their schedule here in 2020. They come back. We got the 2 games left in the homestand. We come back on Wednesday. Tampa Bay comes to town. The current leaders in Group H. Remember that they are up by 3 points, but Charleston has a match in hand coming into this weekend. Then the outside Group H match. New York Red Bulls 2 come to town. Jess will be here for that one on the 23rd. Jason Longshore will rejoin here on the 16th for the game against Tampa. And then the game at Ricardo Silva Stadium will finish the regular season for Atlanta United 2 on the 4th of October. That is down in South Florida, 7:30 p.m. Now, for the visitors, we've mentioned schedule compression, 15 matches in 64 days. You mentioned that schedule compression, Jess. There you go. There's 3 more matches in a week, 4 in a 10-day period.
It's insane. When you look at those numbers, you're getting 5 games for the rest of the month. So Miami FC will feel happy coming off this win, but that's got to be a draining schedule to look at and a tough one for them.
Leading into that game on the 4th of October at home to finish up their schedule against Atlanta United 2. Thanks for hanging out with us for a great evening of soccer in the USL Championship, a back-and-forth match in the first 45. But it ends up the Miami FC getting full points. They draw to 9 points on the year. For Jessica Charman, everybody here at Kennesaw, I am John Nelson. Thanks for hanging out with us here for Atlanta United 2 and the USL Championship on ESPN+. Play it safe, everybody. We'll see you next time.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.
Back at you. See you on Wednesday. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you so much. Yep, see you on the 23rd. Thank you.